Hi there, my name is Drew. I am a YouTuber and dungeon master under the name Redbeard's Workshop. If you found your way to this video, you either did so from StartPlayingGames.com or you're a follower of my channel and you just happen to see it. This video is going to be a very quick explanation of what my campaign Adventures in Elesia is all about. Look for other short videos explaining my one-shots and my other available campaigns. So if you're considering playing in the Elesia campaign, I think it's a really great starting campaign for people, and it's a lot of fun for experienced players. I'm running the game right now. My players have been playing for over 2 years in that campaign, and I have 7 players, which is way too many, but it provides its own challenges and entertainment. But I'm looking for about 3 to 5 players to run in this game. This is a high fantasy medieval setting. The underlying theme of this campaign is two nations trying to kind of avoid war if at all possible, but there are conflicts brewing. Now, you and your party are going to begin in the Crimson Empire to the west, and the Maradi Kingdom to the east of the countryside is more kind of Arabian Eastern culture, whereas the Western Crimson Empire is very strictly knights in armor, kind of English medieval fantasy. On the north and south of this continent are 2 large mountain ranges, each with their own unique environments and creatures. In the north, you have the burial place of the Titans who once ruled this land, and in the south, you also have the graveyard of the dragons who also fought for dominance before human beings and other humanoids came to settle in this land. In the center of the map, separating the kingdom and the empire, is a very lush green land with more dark and twisted swamplands to the north. It is very dangerous and difficult for people to cross these lands, which is one of the reasons that peace exists today between these two nations. In the southern mountains, at the bottom of this center range, is the Primal City. Now, an issue in the Crimson Empire, and you should be aware of this if you are uncomfortable with these sort of things. There is a religious group called the Church of Kazadias. Now, they worship a great ancient red dragon that was once ridden by a mage, Lazarin, that this capital city is named for. The church believes that one day this great red dragon will return and purify all in its fire. Unfortunately, their religious zeal has been directed towards any humanoid races with more animalistic features. Dragonborn, Minotaur, Fearbolg, Tabaxi, Leonin, any of these creatures that are very animal like. So, unfortunately, a lot of them have been driven out of the Crimson Empire. They have found their way to what is called the Prime City, which is in this southern mountain range, where it is almost all animal humanoid races. I have a lot of homebrew races as well that you can choose from if you choose. And, there's no saying that you guys have to eventually travel to that city. My group has been playing for 2.5 years and they haven't gotten there yet, but it could be a fun option. So, having said that, it does borderline a little bit on religious persecution or racism. It's not very heavy-handed. It's referenced, but it's not so direct. But someone who is very sensitive to that might be offended. So just keep that in mind. One of the reasons I chose to continue with this campaign with another group is because my group, who's playing in it right now, they made very individual choices, and they actually skipped a whole lot of things at the beginning that I had planned. And even in later locations, I created 5, 6, 7, 8 quests in each location. And whatever thread they pulled, that's what they would do. It's very enticing to me to run the same story again with another group because I'm really interested to see what kind of choices you guys make instead and which directions and threads you choose to pull on. So, as stated in the description, the beginning of this campaign is the Day of the Father Festival, celebrating 40 years since Emperor Elswick defeated the Maradi king, ended the war, and brought peace to the countryside. Now, there is festivals, games, and a great jousting tournament. And if any of you choose, we can discuss ahead of time. You can participate in the jousting tournament. The rest of you can simply watch in the stands and enjoy the beginning of the festivities until something strange happens, and that's going to kick off our first session. Now, because I'm hoping this is going to be a longer campaign, I would like to run session zeros with all my players. So if you'd like to sign up, please let me know. Sign up for the campaign, and you and I can arrange a time to have a quick chat for half an hour or so. Just discuss any concerns you might have about playing in a campaign, any triggers or things that you would like to avoid, and make sure that we're all excited and ready to go and on the same page. This campaign can be suitable for beginners just learning the ropes of D&D, or people who are experienced players and know what they're doing. I really enjoy the roleplay aspect. I love coming up with characters, coming up with fun voices for them, and interacting with the players. But I also try to make interesting, exciting, and challenging combat. So there's a little bit of everything in there for people. Not only am I running this campaign for another group, I'm also writing a short fantasy novel that I'm about 80,000 words into right now, centered in this world as well. I'm very familiar with it. I feel like I know almost every nook and cranny, and I'm incredibly excited about continuing more adventures in this world, and I hope you all join me.